What a great time to be a Metal Gear fan. After this few days, I've been pretty excited about Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. For those who didn't know, some people were invited to play the first 90 minutes of the game in a Konami preview event in London. If you haven't been active lately, we're going to be discussing everything we know about this upcoming remake. So put your seatbelt on and let's get into it. After everything we saw in the trailers, production Hotline and Metal Gear Legacy series, we know that this game looks phenomenal because it is using the Unreal Engine 5. The environment, everything looks real, and we've been told that if we'll look closer on the character models, we can see even the pores in their skin. We can look closer while in a cutscene using the zoom feature that they've decided to keep. If you like the old color tone of the original, Konami added 4 filters, whichever you feel like what's closest to the original or what you like best. Playing the original MGS 3 in 2024 or 2025 can be a bit clunky gameplay-wise. But now in this remake, it will feel a much modern game with the new controls and mechanics that they've shown. We don't have to ask the boss about CQC because the game will lay out the controls for us. Like in Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain, when you hold a guard, the game will show what we want to do with the guard, so that's neat. The new controls feel so much easier than before. It now has a crouch button and the over-the-shoulder camera when you ready your weapon. They've also kept the rolling move that now has a dedicated button. After all of that, Snake can now dive from a standing position like he did in Ground Zeroes. Now if you love the original Snake Eater released, you can still play Delta with the same camera placement and controls as in the original. Back in the original game, when you choose a new camouflage to match the environment, you have to pause the game and go to the menu and ... It's like going to the settings of the game. Now in Delta, the radio and camo selection have a new dedicated button to access more quickly and easily. Also, camo menu will also suggest what camo would work best in the current area. It'll show different combination of face and body camo like what you see here, because in the original you have to choose them separately. Now there's a cool thing they've added that if Snake gets covered by dirt and mud, the camo index will increase. It can even max out the index if he's fully covered in mud. While this is a great looking game, they still kept the black screen loading that's separating the area. I know this will be irritating to some people, but to me it's fine. We have talked about the battle damaged system before. They upgraded it to a more realistic way. The wounds will leave wear and tear on Snake's outfit, and it will also leave cuts, scars, and bruises on his body. It means the game will be a more survival game like Kojima intended to. Now if you love collecting the Carodan frogs in the original, you would be happy to hear that they've kept it and added a new collectible called the Gecko Duck. It is referenced after Sonny's cooking clock timer in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. The demo that people played in the preview event is in 30 FPS fidelity mode, but Konami said that the game will have a 60 FPS performance mode once it came out. Still, if playing the game for the first time, players are still graded with a survey asking which MGS game you like the best, but now they've added new options: Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5. We don't know what effect it will do if we chose one of those games, but we know that if we chose, I like MGS 2. Snake will still wear the Raiden or Rykov mask like in the original. Now I'm very curious on what the mask look like. It'll be the closest thing to getting a MGS 2 remake. Hideo Kojima and the old Kojima production team names are showed multiple times even before the game starts. They've also said that some outdated elements are still included without alteration out of respect to the original creator. So that's why we are getting the same disclaimer as from the Master Collection in the beginning. It's refreshing to see that Kojima and his work are being respected after everything that's happened during and after the development of Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, producer Noriaki Okamura said that they have formed a new Metal Gear Solid development team. It's a mix of Konami veterans and new talented developers, but he said that the creative director role has not been yet assigned or filled. When Konami were asked about new modes like the online mode in the subsistence version of MGS 3, they answered with, "No comment. I don't want to expect too much, but if they bring back MGO, I'm gonna bust." Now there hasn't been an announcement for the release date of this game yet, so it's most likely that it'll release early 2025. But some said that we can expect a release date announcement on Tokyo Game Show next month. They maybe even release the demo that they've showed in the preview event. Okamura was asked if this game's success will shape the future of Metal Gear franchise. He said in quote, "If there is a high demand for them, let us know if you want to see those games on modern hardware, but right now we're doing things little by little." Okamura was also asked about Master Collection Volume 2 and MGS 4. He said in quote, "We definitely are aware of this situation with MGS 4. Unfortunately, we can't really say too much at the moment with Volume 1 containing MGS 1 to 3... You can probably connect the dots. So I think that they are really planning on releasing MGS 4 in Volume 2 on modern platforms. I am very glad that Konami were taking it slow with this beloved franchise. I know Volume 1 is not perfect, but at least they're being responsible for it and honest to us." So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more Metal Gear news.